Hello everyone. Today's probably gonna be a short stream. I meant to get on a lot earlier, but I had a lot of things to get done today. And I decided what I was gonna do a little bit of tonight is tinkering. Tinkering. Because I'm level 16 and I can finally increase the skill level. I've never actually done tinkering before, I don't think. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I was looking up what I can do. Looks like I have to hop all around to buy stuff. But one of the first things, I got myself a toolbox, and I found I can make fire water as one of my early successes. Very low level tinkering there. So I take water flask and gnomish spirits, which I bought from the barkeep in... That's the bank, so it must have been in here. The barkeep. Well, the barkeep sold the gnomish spirits. I think one of these merchants sold the water flask. And if you combine one of each, if you succeed, you make fire water. Which I can only assume is an alcohol. Sounds like it goes down smooth, right? So we're just going to do a bit of that. I am not gaining skill in tinkering at all. I read how... Oh, it says you can no longer advance your skill from making this item. It said that the very first time I tinkered... Sorry. I did yard work today, and I'm allergic to grass, and so I'm coughing a lot today. I read that you can start increasing your skill in tinkering at level 16. However, I'm starting to think maybe that's not the case, because that's not where I wanted to go. Because when I go to my necromancer trainer, I can't put any points in it. So it could be that I'm doing this too early. Well, actually, to be fair, I think the fire water I'm making right now trivializes at 17. And gnomes start at 50. So that could also be why it's telling me I can't advance. So the reason I'm making the fire water, though, isn't to really gain skill. It's because it's used in another recipe that I will be using to gain skill. I think you have to do these one at a time, unfortunately. So I'm using a guide I see online, and it shows that I need to make one particular item, which I believe is flameless lanterns. I need to make those for about 18 skill levels, right? So I'm thinking in my head, how many of the prerequisite ingredients should I make? And all I can think of is I'm going to fail sometimes. So instead of just buying 18 of these, I went with 30. I feel like that's fair. You know? We'll see. We'll see if I fail that many times. It could be I have some left over I don't need. It could be that 30 is not enough. Maybe I fail more than half the time. I don't know. I've never tinkered before. I made some money last night with the sisters camp, so it's okay if I blow some of it on tinkering. Essentially, what I'm working my way up to is making the eye, what is it called? The stalking probe, because those are good for necros. Because you use the item, I think it has like 3 charges or something, and it's tinkered. So I mean, once I get to that skill level, it'll be easy for me to make them. And when I do that, I will get 3 charges. It'll summon a probe, a little eye, and I can then life tap it outside of battle to get some health. So it seems like a really cool way to do things. So let's see. I got my fire water. Now I need to go buy large lanterns and metal twine. And my understanding is that they're both sold out in... Well, actually, no. The large lanterns are bought by one of the merchants around here. Maybe up there. Let me think. What's going on? Okay. I think, and this is the downside of every single merchant being called a clockwork merchant. But one of these sells them. I think. In theory. There we go. 2 gold each. So I'm going to buy 30 of them. Well, I don't know if I'm really going to buy 30 of them. Let's buy 15 of them. How about that? And we come back and we'll buy 15 more if we need to. Yeah. That was a bit of money. So now I need to go get metal twine, which is, I can probably use... Honestly, I can probably use gate for that. Just to get outside the city, because the city's so aggravating to navigate. I think the metal twine is sold by the windmills. I really don't know. We're gonna go find out. I'm cheating. I have the guide up, P99 wiki on a different monitor, and we'll go to whatever that location is. All right, it is probably way over this way. Yes. It does look like it is very much this direction. So my guess would be windmills. And I need to tie my hair back because I have long hair and it's in my face and it's kind of almost not getting caught in my microphone, but it's still unpleasant. It's brushing my microphone and we don't need that. All right. Now I can see. This is a little bit of a different stream compared to normal. Normally I'm trying to level. I'm trying not to outlevel my friend too much, and so that's why I thought tinkering would be nice to focus on. I might do some killing later. I might do some leveling a little bit, but it just depends. Depends if he gets on or someone else wants to hang out or something. Otherwise, I will do a little bit of this. And it's probably going to be a short stream because I got on pretty late and I do have work really early in the morning, so I can't stay up too long. Maybe because last night was like a 5.5 hour stream and I think I stopped playing at almost 6 in the morning. So what I'll be doing this time is probably only streaming a couple hours, I think. Maybe stopping around midnight my time. He doesn't like me very much. I know he's in a windmill somewhere. We got a Fletcher. We're looking for a guy named Bomb. B-O-M. He's the bomb. Obviously, he's going to be in the last place I check. Yeah. Alright, Bomb. He sells metal twine. That's what I need. And please stack, but I know it probably doesn't. Oh, it does stack. Never mind. We're going to buy 30 of those. What else does he sell? Just out of curiosity. He sells the toolbox. I think there's a deluxe toolbox I've heard but I'm not sure exactly what's the difference between the deluxe and the regular toolbox. All right, so my understanding is you put 1 firewater, 1 lantern, and 1 twine. I'm going to double check. Yes, and then I combine. You lack the skills to fashion items together. Okay, it was a failure. Got one. Flameless lantern. Awesome. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like making stuff. Let's see what... It's quite a bit better than my torch. I think I'll maybe... It is. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. The very first one I made, I will now use. Does it show me holding one? It sure does. Look at that. I made that with my skills, with my tinkering skills. There's nothing better than something you craft with your own hand. I'm curious what it sells for, though. 9 gold. That's pretty good. We're selling the torch, though. 9 gold. How do you look at me? You like me? Apprehensively? I don't know how much that matters. If I go to the Necromancer Guild and I sell it to them instead, I wonder if I'll get more than 9 gold for it. Ooh, failed that one. Yes, got one. I'm going to go back to the city for now, because I have a feeling I'm going to run out of these lanterns first. And that's the only place I know that sells them, is by the bank. So if we end up having to come back out here for more metal twine or something, we'll do it. That's fine. But our goal is to get to level 68 in tinkering, just on these alone. And right now I'm at 51. I've already gained 1 skill for tonight. This is exciting. I like making stuff, and I can make stuff while I'm on the run too. I'm talented like that. Watch me end up having to spend even more money because I look like I'm failing quite a bit. At least in the beginning. I'm probably failing more than half the time right now. Definitely more than half the time. But it might come to the end there where I'm succeeding every time. So, not going to complain. Let's put the let's put some of this stuff together to make this a little easier. Ooh, nothing. Yes. So now I'm already tinkering 54. That's pretty nice. I think we can maybe do this without having to buy more. Or I mean, I will have to buy more of the lanterns, but that's it. I don't think I'm going to need any more to make any more firewater or buy any more twine, probably. Which is cool. Failed. And when you fail, sometimes you gain skill from that. So not too shabby. Yes. Success. That sweet, sweet success. Yeah, we're doing better now. I'm level 57 in tinkering already. All right. And just in time, too, we ran out of one of our ingredients. So it's a good thing I start heading back, right? And I'm about to reach the bank area. And we'll grab some more. At least 15 more. Even though I can probably... Let's see, with the ingredients I have, I can fail 5 times and still reach my goal. 5 more times out of 15, a third of the time. And I feel like maybe we're not going to fail a third of the time. I may end up with a few extras. So maybe I won't buy as many right away. Who sold it? You did. We'll buy 10, because those are the most costly ingredient. And then, if we need a few more, we'll do it. But right now we're doing good. And actually I might need more because you don't get a skill every time you create something. So I didn't even account for that. I just accounted for failures. So I'm actually probably going to need a lot more than this for both. Now that I think about it. But hey, the final product we sell will make up for the cost of the ingredients, I think. Or close to it. So that's not bad. I'm not complaining. We really only need 8 more skill points. Which means we'd have to get a skill every single creation, and we're not going to. So probably we'll have to run back out to the windmills. Or I suppose I can move on to crafting something else, but... How much, what does she look at me as? Apprehensive also. Also 9 gold. Where is... Alright. It is a hefty sum I've spent on it. Okay. So I did underestimate how much I would need by a little bit. So we're going to have to go and buy the ingredients again. So, I'm trying to think. I'm at 62, so I need to gain 6 more skills. How about 15 more of everything? That should cover it. Which one of these people sold water flask? I feel like it was her also. Yes. We'll go with 15 of everything. So I need water flask. Nope, not this way. That's the vault. So this is the barkeep person. And we're gonna get 15 more gnomish spirits. Make 15 more fire waters. Is there a lot of clicking? I hope my mouse noise isn't coming across the stream too much, but it probably is. It's a really sharp sound. Man, I don't know if anybody ever played EverQuest 2. The crafting in that game, a lot of people thought it was fun, but the crafting in that game was so tedious to me. You know, like so many steps, and you had like different levels for the ingredients. Like your final, or at least when I played, the main thing you were aiming for was pristine quality. And I just remember that being such a pain in my ass. Let's see. I need to find somebody just out of curiosity. Whoop, that is not where I want to go. I need to find a merchant that likes me, because I want to know if these sell for more than 9 gold. Because all of the ones so far are apprehensive. Like that one. Might have to go... I can't remember which area has like the clerics and stuff. I mean, I want to go in all these houses because I might die. I can always just go to Necro Guild. I know they like me. They think I'm a stand-up fella. Because I need to make room so I can buy more lanterns. So I need to sell these. This fucking city with its confusing layout. Bunk. See, these people like me. Yeah, he likes me a lot. Nope, still 9 gold. Okay, well, that's actually good. It would be nice to have gotten more money than that, but it's also nice to know I can just sell to any merchant and not worry about having to come all the way here for the best price. So that's perfectly a-okay. And we're getting a lot of our money back because we're about to blow all this on more ingredients. I know this is an exciting stream, tinkering. It's probably everything everyone ever wanted. But I like to do different things in the game. I like how many different activities you can do. You can hunt, you can do trade skills. I mean, a lot of MMOs are that way, but you can hang out and chat with people. You can trade in a tunnel. And last night I spent 6 hours straight. Probably more than that, actually, because I did some off stream. I spent about 7 hours, I think, sitting at one camp. So this is a nice change of pace for me. Go back down here again. Hello, Triumvirate. How you doing tonight? You are the person I need to see. Bye. All right, 15 of them. Boom. Now let's go to the windmills. You just hit 28. That's awesome. My highest on this server is 26. Playing a gnome and all, I've actually never done tinkering in this game, you know, the trade skill, ever. I don't think I even done it when I played on live. And I just reached level 16, which is the first level that you can start gaining skill in. You can tinker before 16, but I don't think you can level up because you start out with 50 skill. So when I got level 16 last night, I was like, I might wanna get into a little tinkering and see how it is. And I was looking up. I've done a lot of tailoring and stuff in P99. I've done some other trade skills, but I was unfamiliar with what is to be gained through tinkering. Like, is there anything that is profitable? Anything that's interesting? And one of the things I learned is that there is something called a stalking probe, which is really not that hard to make. I only have to grind to about level 100 or so in tinkering, and I'm already at level 64 or something right now. Not too bad. The stalking probe is an item. I think it has 3 charges, and it summons like a little eye. And that is awesome for me, for a necro, because I can use life tap on it. So if I carry these with me that I make myself, then I can go ahead and outside of battle, you know, when I'm sitting at a camp or whatever, I can go ahead and use these charges to summon eyes and life tap the shit out of them as a healing way. I mean, I can life tap my enemies too, but I'm saying, like, if I'm outside of battle and I'm not ready to start another fight, but I need a little health, it's popular. It's a good option. I didn't know it existed, so it's pretty cool that I picked a gnome necro then this time around. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try a little bit more of this. So I'm just trying to level up my my tinkering a little bit right now, just so that I can reach the point where I can make those stalking probes. It seems to be pretty good. It costs me a little bit of investment to be able to get all these ingredients, but the final product sells for fairly amount too. I don't know if I make all my money back. I didn't do the calculations or anything, but it looks to me like I probably get back a good chunk of it. So I'm happy with that, because I'd hate to go and squander all the money I made last night, because I really want to use those in future spells, you know? So what class were you again that you got to 28? Shaman, hell yeah. I have a level 18 Shaman on this server. On blue, I have a 34 Shaman on blue. Pretty sure it's 34, maybe 35. So he has his little wolf pet and everything, you know? And I like it a lot. And by the way, we just got to our goal. I got level 68 in Tinkerin. So now moving on to whatever it is I need to make next. Yeah, these sell for 9 gold each. Pretty nice. Thank you. So now I don't have to make these anymore. I can... Maybe I'll keep one. See if Gert wants it. Now I can make whatever else the next one is. A spyglass. That's what we're going to make next. What's a spyglass do? It gives you the telescope effect, which I think lets you zoom in. It needs a whole lot of stuff. It needs collapsible fishing poles, bottles, metal twine, metal rod, and reflective shards. Holy shit. You know what? I think I'm just going to open this up in a new tab. Because I need to figure out if I can even buy all these. Because some of these things, it may want me to travel across the world for. And I hope that's not the case. We already know where to get twine. Right behind me. I'm pretty sure rods are right behind me also. That's not a big problem. Also, reflective shards are right behind me. Bottles are sold inside Akanon. Collapsible fishing poles need to be made. Whew, this is going to be a tricky... This is going to be a very tricky... a very, very tricky build right here. Let me see. How much skill do I need to gain in this? I need to gain 27 skill. Whew, this is going to cost all my money probably. So the collapsible fishing pole is going to be the real tricky one. I said 27 skill. Okay. So let me buy his stuff first. Let's see. I need metal rods, right? Ooh, 8 gold each. Whew. That's going to be expensive. So I need 27 skill. you know what? I will assume that I need 40. How about that? Same with metal twine. Ooh, 1 plat for all that? Or 1 plat each. Man, those are expensive. Never mind when I said before I was making my money back. I don't think so, not if those are 1 plat each. Whew, I didn't even realize that. Reflective shards are 13 plat each. Whew. I think spyglasses sell for like 25 plat or close to it. Nah, probably not 25 plat, more like 20 or something. So I might make back some of my money with that also. Man, I'm not buying 40 reflective shards right now. I can't afford it with 13 plat. So we are going to plus the collapsible fishing pole, take some rods. I also need gnomish bolts. Does he sell those? Yes, he does. And those are 2 plats each. So we're going to go ahead with, let's say, 10 of them, first of all. And... oh yeah, reflective shards. That's the super expensive one. Oh my god. I didn't know it cost that much. I don't know how much. One, it's 13 plat. Jeez, let's go with 3 right away. Whew. I already spent like 200 plat tonight. But hey, I might make it back. So, okay. So the first order of business is the collapsible fishing poles. So I know that takes 1 gnomish bolt and 3 rods. That is going to be expensive. And we got a collapsible fishing pole. That's kind of cool. What does that look like? Alright. Looks like something I'm just going to like poke someone with. Alright. So we're just going to keep doing that for a little bit. I think I'm going to be just doing a lot of go forth and back and forth, from here to the city. Because I'm going to need to sell some of the product before I can buy more, because I think I'm going to run out of money otherwise. I'm going to make the fishing rods first, because that is the one that takes the most ingredients. And it looks like I'm making 10 of them. So I got 10 fishing rods, and I got 10 metal rods. So I really only need 10 twine on me at the moment. And 10 reflective shards. Whew, do I want to buy 7 more reflective shards? Can I? Can I afford that much? 7 more. Yes, I can. So now I have 10 of that. Awesome. That was expensive. Especially since I still need to buy bottles. I think I know who sells bottles. Because I already went to the guy once to buy something. Actually, that's who I got the toolbox from. I'm glad you're liking your shaman. That was my first character ever in EverQuest. Back on live, back in 98 or 99 or whatever. I made a barbarian shaman. And got him his blue war paint on his face. And he was named Kazarus, my first character in the whole game of North, the whole world of North. And I love that character. It was really cool. He could do a little of everything, you know? Speed up people, slow down enemies, have a pet, heal, spirit a wolf. I think that's why I like Druid so much too, is it's like one step away. Doesn't have as strong buffs as a shaman does. Yep, first ever was for you, was also a barbarian. This guy's name is Thick Nuts. He disappeared, and that's Fimblepop. I love gnome names. Yep. Barbarian Shaman. My very first experience in this game on launch was Everfrost Peaks. Of all the newbie zones to start out with. Everfrost Peaks. Running around. Why did this vengeful soloist kill me? Not even understanding how the game works yet. Just learning the ropes. Yeah, desperately trying to find a mob to kill. It's like, are all zones covered in snow like this? I'm getting lost. Because it's so confusing. Where am I going? I think I'm going past the Necro place. Actually, I can just go to the bank. Because I think that dude, the brewmaster, sells a bottle also now I think about it. I don't have to go so far. Yeah, my friend who started the game back on live the same time I did when it launched, roughly around the time it launched, he made, his first character was probably a half-elf druid, I think, maybe, if I'm not forgetting correctly, So he started off in like Killin, and so I'm playing Everfrost Peaks, and then I go to his house and I'm watching him and on Killin, and I'm like, this is a vastly different place than what I am experiencing right now. And he's like, really? I'm like, you do not understand. Brewmaster. Yeah, you got bottles. And they're cheap. I think I can get away with 10 of them right now. Okay. So, the recipe for this is 1 fishing pole, 1 bottle, 1 metal twine, which I have too much of, 1 metal rod, and 1 reflective shard that costs a fucking fortune. Boom. And when it fails like that, that fail right there lost me about 15 plat. Every time I fail, I lose about 15 plat. Sunblossom, howdy. I saw you. Want some druid buffs out in Steam Font? Sure. Let me fail this highly expensive recipe one more time so I can feel bad about myself on my way out. Let's see, do I have everything? Twine, rod, bottle. Yes, I failed it again. But hey, I gained a skill level that time. I'm 69 in Tinkering. Oh yeah. Druid buffs. I'll come out there and get them. It could be a waste though, I don't know. Because I'm going to be tinkering for so long, they may fade before I actually kill anything. I was kind of hoping a couple of my friends would get on. And we would go killing stuffs. But I think it's been that kind of week where everyone's not on right now. Let's see. Oop. Am I going to succeed? Yes! Spyglass! I don't know how to use it. Effect telescope. I gotta put it, I think maybe here? You peer through a telescope? Look at that. It zooms me in like a centimeter. A little bit of a zoom. But I made that myself. I'm very proud of that. That spyglass right there. And I'm hoping it sells for at least 20 plat because I need my money back. I'm gonna probably put a small fortune into tinkering is my guess. Do 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 do. Sun Blossom. I have a Halfling Druid. I love Druid class. Mine's only level 26 though. You're a 50 Druid. Look at you all fancy. I got my Testament of Veneer last week. I don't know if that's what you're holding, but it looks like it. I only died 3 times. I thought I had timed the smuggler's movements well, and I was wrong. But I still got the testament. Actually, I died twice. I got it on my third try. Let's do some crafting. Thank you for the buffs. I really appreciate it. Yes, another telescope. Hell yeah. If I jump, I'm as tall as you. Damn, you're beautiful. You know what? Let me use my my telescope. Look at that jawline. There's this dude over here that kills me for being a necro. I always gotta remember not to roam too close to him. Here comes Fimblepop. I love halfling names. I love gnome names. I mean, anyone can have a good name, but I like how people, you know, kind of play to that. They kind of roleplay a little bit and make names that are more suitable for the particular class or race. I mean, yeah, I did see Thick Nuts. I passed him. I think he was logging out. I was like, Thick Nuts. Oh, every time I have a fail, I die a little inside. Oh, I'm dying a lot inside. Oh my gosh, I'm dying a whole lot inside. Not only am I failing with all of those, but I wasn't gaining any skill either. That sucks. That costs a lot of money. Whew, I actually gained skill at times. 71. Oh my gosh. I actually probably won't be able to get... I don't think I'm going to be able to get high enough in tinkering tonight to make what I want because I don't have enough money. I just spent over 200 plat to get 21 levels in tinkering. That's not too bad, I guess. Sells for 18 plat for that. Yep, 250-ish plat I spent. So I can't do that again. I don't have enough money to do that again. I have only 104 plat left. Man, but I have 30 twine left. I feel like I need to make at least 30. Yeah, all the money I made at that camp last night, I'm spent on tinkering almost already. Just in, let's see, how long I've been streaming? Just in 45 minutes. I've used 2/3 of the money I earned in 6 hours last night for tinkering. You gotta tinker with it, you know? Don't tinker with it too much, though. You'll put your eye out. Okay. Okay, what I need? I need... Let's buy 30 bottles. Just so I don't have to come back to this dude for a while. Alright, what else do I need? I have the bottles. I need to go buy the rods. And... the gnomish bolts. So everything I need is at the windmills. So I'm just going to gate to the rings and then run to the windmills. Just so I can get out of the city. We'll see. I don't know how much money I'm going to spend. I think maybe I'm only going to try to spend 50 more plat or so. I don't want to get below 50 because then I don't know if I'll be able to afford my next spells. Actually, I definitely won't be able to afford my next spells. Even with 50. Unless I make a lot more money before I get to that level. Woohoo! Well, anyway, it means it won't be a whole tinkering stream. I'll be forced to go out and do other stuff because I won't have enough money to do any more tinkering. But thank you again, Sunblossom, for the Spirit of Wolf, because now I can make this trip so much faster. To the windmill. The windmills of doom. This merchant in here is greedy as fuck. 13 plat for a reflective shard. Every time I failed one of those, I lost almost probably 15 plat. That sucks. Okay. Gnomish bolts. I need at least... Oh, man. Let's try... Dude, that was 25 plat. A little more than 25 plat, just for 10 of those. So we need, man, the rods, too, are going to be costly. No, they're 8 gold, but I need 30 of those. Actually, more than that. Howdy, field guy. For some reason, every time you're here, I want Doritos. I don't know why that could be. I'm making fishing poles. That's another thing I don't think I've done in this game before, is probably fishing. You bought Doritos a few weeks ago due to Twitch? I went forever without eating Doritos. Not really by design. I don't know. I guess I didn't buy them or something. Didn't think about them. And the last few times I bought Doritos, well, I guess more specifically Cool Ranch, it's tasted really strong to me. Like maybe my taste buds aren't adapted to it anymore or something. I don't know. Okay, so I have some fishing poles. Not nearly as many as I need. What else do I need to buy from this guy? I need more metal rods. 10 metal rods, probably. And the reflective shards. Which costs so much. Did you see that? I bought just enough to leave me 1 plat. Now, if I succeed in these 3 I'm about to make, I would get back like 56 plat or something. That's what I'm hoping for. If I don't succeed, I'm broke. So we'll see how this works. Yeah, Cool Ranch is real strong for me on my taste buds. Nacho cheese is still good. I can still eat that fairly okay. Is this what I need? Do I have everything? I got the fishing pole. I have the bottle. I have the twine and rod and shard. Yes! Success! That's what we like to see. Because it means I can actually continue. Success! And I'm level 72 in Tinkering. Oh, failure. Okay. Look at all those ingredients I have now that I can't do anything with. Alright, I got 37 plat. You know what? We stop there. All these ingredients are going in the bank. We're going to do tinkering. We're going to pick up tinkering again at a later date. I'm just going to deal with 37 plat. So I think we spent roughly about almost 300 plat in about an hour to gain 22 skill points. I don't know if I regret that or not, but when I reach the point where I am able to make those stalking probes easily, then that'll be nice, because at that point we will be very easily I'm getting lost. We will very easily be able to life tap them during battles. I wonder, I have to look up at what point, because I can make the stalking probes up until 102, but it's very possible that I can start making them earlier. And if I do that, I might not even need to make so many of these things. Let's see. Yeah, stalking probe basically summons an Eye of Zom. It needs metal rods, so I can reuse those for the stalking probe. Same with the bottles. But the twine and the fishing poles I can't use for the probes. So I guess when I get more money, I might as well do some more of this. I really shouldn't have bought as many of these ingredients. I would probably have still 100 plat left if I hadn't blown it on this. But it's something I would have bought later on, so it's not a waste. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bank some stuff, and then we'll, I don't know, we'll go out and kill a little bit. I don't know where. I could go back to the camp in Lesser Fadark, but when I checked that earlier, before I settled upon Tinkerin, it was taken by 3 or 4 people, so I'm not confident I'll be able to get that camp tonight. Although it'd be nice if we did, because I really need to make some money back, don't I? So we're gonna fill up the bank. And I need to buy a bag or something. Wait, never mind. I don't need to buy a bag. I have my toolbox. And I can put all my tinkering stuff in my toolbox. If it all fits, which it won't. So I'm gonna need a bag, aren't I? As long as I don't accidentally click combine. I don't know what happens if I accidentally click combine, but I would assume that it would give me a message saying it can't combine them. But I suppose it's very possible that it would just destroy everything. Any of these people sell bags or boxes? Maybe I'll top off. I didn't know this person sold milk. They don't sell muffins though. So I'm not impressed. Well, do you sell any boxes or anything I can buy from my bank? What about you? I find it really hard to believe that, like, the main shopping spot in the city, one of the main shopping spots in the city, would not sell something to carry your purchased goods in. I don't believe it at all. Not you either. You're all useless to me. Except you. I like you. You're a nice person. Small box. 8 slots. That's probably all I need for my my bank. But we'll buy a backpack anyway. Let's see. That's fine. One backpack. And we can put our fishing rods in there. All right. And we have some stuff for later. Put more bone chips on me, just in case. All right. I was trying to type before I poured it, before I gate it. I was like, let's see if I can do it. But then I had to backspace and fix a typo. All right. See who's in Lesser Fate Arc. Ooh, only a level 28. So maybe the camp's free. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can. Let's see. I don't need that anymore. We got Men Bones. I need Dark Pact. And I got Feign Death now. That should help me so much. I like how the moment I use Dark Pact is the same time that Chloroplast wears off. Just by coincidence. It's not a big deal though. Okay, so we're starting at level 16 with no experience gotten for this level. Maybe 1 kill last night once we dinged. And we are at 37 plat because I used all my money, just about. Actually, I probably want to use Invis just to not... Did I get up before that memmed? I'm impatient sometimes. Just so I don't have to deal with any crap in Lesser Fey jumping on my ass like this gnome that hates my guts right in front of the zone line. Howdy, Llama Bojama. I like that name. How long I've been playing EQ? Well, I played on live from launch for maybe 3 or 4 years, off and on. And then I took a break and jumped into EverQuest 2, jumped into World of Warcraft, then basically tried every MMO that came out for like 10 years. And then I discovered maybe around 2010-ish or so, 10 years ago, I discovered P99, and I created a character on Blue for nostalgic sake, and started playing on Blue for a couple years. Took a break, went back, took a break, did that for a little while. And my biggest break occurred a couple years ago where I didn't play for quite a while on Blue. And then I heard about Green launching. And so I started this character, not this character particularly, but I started a druid on launch day for Green. And I played from launch until the very end of December, around Christmas. And I took a break and came back a month and a half ago. And my goal is to play it a bit right now, just so long as I'm having fun. And then I'll probably take another break from the game, stream other stuff for a little while, and come back when Kunark launches. So all in all, I've been playing quite a long time. It's just a lot of breaks in between, you know? How you like that for an answer? I gave you an essay. I pretty much stopped live when I went to college because I couldn't really juggle EverQuest with college courses and stuff at the time. And I did get to try quite a few other MMOs and enjoy them during those times. Alright, the camp is free. The camp is for me. I'm eagerly awaiting the next MMO that stands out to me, you know? I don't know if it's going to be Pantheon. Oh my gosh. You know what I just realized? My bar's changed from last night. See, I have slam? I don't have slam. Why is that even a thing? I don't know what's happening. I probably didn't get full experience from that. I think maybe my pet killed it too fast. That's very confusing. What happened to my bar here? I went to send pet attack and I instead choose corpse. I have no idea what's happening. I must have accidentally replaced my ability bar. Let me look at what I have for a moment. Okay. I should probably rename this one to Pet Attack. And sense heading can go up there. Assist can go on the other page. How about you, Llama? What's your story? Did you play on live, or did you just discover P99? Do I have everything I need? I think that's probably suitable. As long as I can control my pet now, I'm fine. Let her get all over my ass first, and then I set my pet in. And she hates me so much that, there we go, that she doesn't get on him right away. And that allows my dots to do most of the damage, probably. And that way I get a bit more experience. But really, the main thing I'm getting from this probably is the money, the bronze, because I really need that back since I spent so much on tinkering. I'm pretty sure Feign Death does not make my pet die, like invisibility or sneak or hide does. So I should be able to split pull this now, I believe. So let's go ahead and try that. I have not tried that in a long time. It does not help if you have your pet attack, does it? But you know what? It does allow me to kill aggro for myself. So it works out. It's fine. No big deal. I guess I need to, I would have needed to make my pet stay, probably. I don't know. It's something I gotta work on. She just has the necklace on her. Okay. Put the Dark Pact on myself again. I like that sitting animation. That was very kind of him. He buffed my pet a bit. Although I should really be facing this way, because this will be the first one to spawn. I feel like I'm not getting my mana back very fast. But we have quite a while, I think, until Kayla spawns. Then we'll be able to take her. So this camp is supposed to be good until level 18. But I just killed 4 sisters, and I barely got a blip of experience here. I think it's starting to slow down for me already. I might have to move on. Trying to think where's good at 16. I know last night it was recommended to me that the Gargoyles in Ocean of Tears is good around 20. I know Oasis is probably good right now. The Orc Highway. Maybe Unrest? Possibly. I've done this level range so many characters, on so many characters in the last few months that I should know it by heart. Although, I've spent a ton of time on the other side of the world, in Karanas, doing the bandits and stuff. I don't think I've spent a lot of time grouping with people with a necromancer. I'm sure my role would be very different. You're probably killing mobs a lot faster, so I don't know if the dots would really have a chance to go their full duration. I could try chessboard and BB. You know, I was thinking of chessboard earlier today, actually. Because I haven't done chessboard in a few years. I know there are undead mobs there, which would be great for me. And I know there's like a pretty big high-level mob there, maybe? I gotta watch out for? How do you think the chessboard would compare to this camp? I mean, obviously it's not probably going to be as much of a moneymaker as this camp. But would the experience be better? And what level range is the chessboard? King is 15, pawns are 9. So I'd definitely be getting experience from the king. I don't know how often he spawns. I definitely want to check it out. I'm going to stay here a little longer though, because I need money. I just don't think I'm getting much experience here right now, like I was last night. Last night I was kind of flying through. I think I ended last night's stream and said, after 6 hours, and said that I had gained 3 levels in, well, after 5 hours. I had gained 3 levels in 5 hours, but I think it's more actually I gained 3 levels in 6 hours, because I forgot that I started the stream a little into 13 because I had played off stream a little bit. So yeah, I think it was 6 hours. So that's still 1 level every 2 hours, which I've heard is a pretty good range. It could be I'm letting my pet eat up the mobs, though. Whereas last night I probably wasn't, because my pet is so much stronger now. What's the command to make him, like, stay? Pet. Not guard, because he'll still come after me. Is there a stay? No. Pet. Guard here. That'll make him guard right there, but I think he'll still come when I get attacked. Yeah, it's the new pet. He's that's what I figure. He's beating their ass so much that I think he's eating up my experience because he's not very considerate. I could just summon my old pet, my last tier pet, for this camp. And I might do that. I don't know. I might also wait a little bit longer before I send him in and see if that helps to stop him from stealing all of it. I just have to run like this, which doesn't give me a lot of time to med. I kind of want to see if she hits me. Is he going to leave his guarding spot? I think he does. Let's see. Yep. And now he'll be punching her in the back of the head. Man, that must be infuriating for her. I'm just strafing in circles around her. Yeah, I have no way of knowing if I got full experience for that or not. Slash pet follow again. I guess I can just do this until she reaches half. And then send them in. Then I'm guaranteed to get full experience. Yeah, like right now. Well, I'm surprised. Okay, I was about to say, I'm surprised he managed to taunt her that fast. Pet dismiss. Well, I could just reclaim energy, actually. I forget. Pet go away or whatever used to be. I don't think it's in the game yet. Pet get lost or any of those. Let's go with my old pet, which I think I threw way back here. Pet get lost should work. Yeah, I thought it wasn't in yet. I haven't tried it like the last few days or anything, but I want to say I tried it a while back, unless I typed it wrong or something, wasn't paying attention. Come on. How long does it take me to be able to cast? Okay, so now we've got the lower level pet, just to ensure he doesn't steal my thunder. Is he blue to me or green? Oh, he's green. Fuck. Oh, no, never mind. That makes sense. I'm higher level. I'm thinking of when I was summoning him in the past. I wanted him to be blue. But he's going to be green no matter what now. So I don't know if he's real green or little green, you know? I guess we'll figure out, like, if he starts to die really fast, you know? Ah, shit. I wonder how long she's been standing there. So this time, I'll run around a little bit just to make it where she pummels my pet a little less. That should be good. I'm gonna have to watch his health because he was always neck and neck with them, whereas the new pet is not gonna die to these ladies. So it makes me like the new pet a lot more, of course, a lot less micromanagement, but at the same time, it means that he steals all the experience. And it could be I'm just not getting as much experience from him anymore, because the camp's still good till 18, but that doesn't mean that it's good experience till 18. It just means it isn't trivial. We got Kindly hanging out in Unrest. He's a good 5 levels ahead of me. Ooh, Spirit of Wolf is wearing off already. I didn't realize it's been that long. I can't wait till level 20 now when I get the next Lich move. That's what I really want. Okay, gotta watch my pet now. Make sure he doesn't die. Oh, he's doing pretty good. He's got that bronze dagger. That's really the only thing the pets are worthy of. Any of these other bronze weapons sell for too much. But he can have the dagger. That doesn't sell for much. He can have the other dagger too. Right?
Acclaim spreads.
Howdy, Draco. Thank you for hosting me. How you doing tonight? I'm doing a sisters camp. Oh man, my dark pact wore off. I do appreciate the host.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not
Zazania,
fall.
thank you for the raiders and hanging out. $10 hours again wasted.
A wise decision.
Sorry to hear that. How did it get wasted?
A wise decision.
Wow, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Big Buds and Zarkane. I am in Lesser Fate Arc doing the Sisters Camp. So no, I'm not from Kedge. Thank you for the follow, Swish. I am playing a Necro for the first time in numerous years, and I'm actually quite enjoying the class. I really wanted to wait for Ixar, but I decided to do it a little bit early, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm level 16 on this character. And yes, Arcane, I worked hard on this interface. It's not really an actual UI. It's a streamer interface I created to look like the old classic because I love the old style, you know? Yep. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. I had to get my old original EverQuest CD back from 98, 99 or whatever. And I had, you remember, I don't know if any of you played in live, but they had the little tutorial area you can play in. that was outside of the actual game. And I had to go into that. Yeah, you're on that little island or whatever. Maybe it's not an island. And, ooh, do not kill my pet. Be nice. And you got to roam around. And, yeah, going way back. Yeah, you got to roam around. I went into that, which was tricky to even get working on my computer, you know. And I took screenshots at an interface. And then, of course, I had to edit out stuff a little bit, you know, because when you're in the game, I think it makes you play as a cleric, I think, for the tutorial. And I had to edit out the name and everything. And that's how I got the basis for this interface you're seeing. Exactly. You would visit it during server downtime. I love that. Every time, because we were such addicts, you know, whenever the server went down, everyone just started playing the tutorial. Just because it was offline and you could still get in, and it was like a little bit of a fix, you know? You remember the name so-and-so from that? Yep. So then I had to go ahead and I had to capture, using OBS, capture each individual health bar, mana bar, the stamina, the spells, the abilities, and I had to place them in the right locations on the screenshot to create this interface. It took me like 5 hours. It was crazy, but it looks so nice. And everything is like everything is an independent. I can make things vanish. It's all an independent little bars and stuff I can change. Make them disappear. I can, instead of the necro symbol that's animated on the left there, I can make the druid one pop up. I have to switch it for whatever class I'm playing. Of course, my health and mana bars and stuff. I can make my name vanish, my target. You still have a computer running WinME that you bought when Kunark came out in 2000? Wow. Like the old E-Machines computers and the compacts and stuff that were like that beige that they yellowed over time, you know? It was an E-Machines? It was a good guess, huh? Those things were very popular. They kept going on sales and stuff.
Decision.
Thank you for the follow, Go Senkai. Yep, E-Machines. Everyone knows E-Machines. You go to like a store and they just have them lined up. Thank you, Simples. You know, the first time I must have been, I'm trying to think, 10 years old or something. I'm on P99Green. Thank you for the cheer. You guys are so nice tonight. I'm so used to not getting this much attention. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm going to let my pet die probably because I'm so ecstatic. My first time, I was like 10 or 12 or 11 or something. And I went to a Walmart. And this is when people were first buying PCs for their house, you know? And I went into a Walmart and they had all the computers lined up on the shelves in the electronics section, which I had never seen before at the time. And I knew a thing or two about computers because I had a friend who, I guess they had enough money to afford one. And so I got to play around with it. And I wouldn't call it hacking. It was more like just knowing where certain settings and stuff were that people at the time didn't know. And I remember going through all of the computers on the shelf, being a little brat, and like changing their wallpaper and stuff and setting passwords so they couldn't alter any of the settings. I'm sure I was such an asshole, and the staff probably hated me. But at the time, it was hilarious to me, being a little brat, you know? Oh, hey, kindly. You go AFK to put your kids to bed. Plan on swapping over here. And you see I got hosted. Yep. It's a good night. I saw you're in Unrest hanging out. You just started back to the game. Haven't touched the game since GOD. Oh, see, I told you I was going to let my pet die. You thought I was joking. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I was a hacker for the time. I was a baby hacker. Larry raided someone who raided me. That's cool. I like Larry a lot. He's a nice guy. I mean, I haven't talked to him, but I've hung out in his stream. He has really cool EverQuest emotes and stuff. I like his I like how professional his stream is and stuff too. He does really good with the graphics, and you could tell he's invested a lot of time and energy into it. And I always appreciate that when I see people doing that, because it's so easy to stream and be lazy and stuff, but to put that little extra bit in, you could see he's very excited about the game. Now, when I was in middle school, I don't remember how I did this, or I stumbled upon, like, when they take all of us to the computer lab, like march the class to the computer lab, and for some reason they had the computer lab, one of the computers in particular maybe, had access to the, I want to say it was the student roster, I guess. And I was amazed at this. It had all the students listed in it and everything. And so I created a new student named Tim Burton. I guess I was watching, I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas or Beetlejuice or something. Wait, is he Beetlejuice? No, he's Edward Scissorhands and stuff. So I added a new student named Tim Burton. And I forget what I put as his address. I think I put the school address. I think I put the school phone number for his home phone number and stuff. And, 6 months go by. I don't even think about it again. I've forgotten I even done it. At the very end of the school year, they had a raffle. For some reason, like they entered all the students in where you could win something. I don't even remember what it was. And he won. They called Tim Burton for this raffle. And I'm sitting in class. And I'm just like, did that just happen? Did Tim Burton just win? Is there a kid named Tim Burton, or is that literally the one I made? You know? I'll never forget that. I don't know. I guess they weren't familiar with movies and directors and stuff. They didn't think much of it. Larry has insane production value for such a small stream. He's definitely way more motivated than your lazy ass. He does have great production value. The first time I saw his stream, that's what I took note of. Because, I'm a small streamer, very small streamer, but I'm always struggling to make the audio sound right, to make things look nice. And so because I try to do that stuff also, I notice it in others. I'm like, oh man, he did this better than me, I need to fix this or something like that. Alright, so we're going to run around. What's P99Green? Well, EverQuest has unofficial servers. It's not really Daybreak that's doing it, or Verant or anything. It's, but it is legal. They got permission. They made servers called Project 1999 with the goal to keep things how they were in 1999 when EverQuest was around. Because after that point, a few expansions came out, and kind of like with World of Warcraft, where they wanted to keep classic and stuff. Well, there was a point in time when some people felt that the game lost a little of its luster. It wasn't as good. It wasn't... she's going to kill my pet, probably. No, she won't. I'm going to save his life. Some people say that 1999 is when the game started going downhill. So some people got together to make the game back to how it was at that point in time. And they called it Project 1999. And they had the blessing of Daybreak, who now owns EverQuest. And yeah, when Plane of Power came out and stuff. Yep. It P99 picked up steam, got a lot of attention, and people started playing it, and people really liked it. But they only had Blue server at the time, and I believe what their goal was to match EverQuest's timeline for its releases, and they tried to match it as perfectly as possible. But I think that they were having trouble with some things, maybe with their servers, and with I know they were having to write some original code and stuff to get things working properly, because P99 was based off the Titanium client, and some of the updates to the game that were made when that came out were not how they were in Classic, so they had to roll back some stuff. And for whatever reason, things got delayed, and they couldn't match the timeline perfect. So Blue was always seen as kind of a server that was like a trial run, and their real hope to get things right was with the Green server. Well, the Green server launched, I want to say it was October, end of October, around Halloween or something, of 2019. And that's what this is. So this is their attempt to do things exactly as it was in release order. So that means Classic launches, and then just about a year later, Kunark launches. Yeah, you like the AA stuff and everything. I think that'd be cool, you know? I feel like I didn't start regretting, or not regretting is probably not the right word, but I feel like I didn't start having problems until probably around that time, though, when they got rid of, well, they started having the bazaar, you know? And I kind of felt like that wasn't as magical as like standing in the tunnel and shouting stuff. And it just little changes. There was little changes. Nothing that really upset me or anything, but it was you love the bazaar? It was just a few micro changes that I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then enough of them added up. Enough changes here and there. How long am I on for? I don't know. Maybe a couple more hours or something. I have work really early in the morning, so I can't stay up too late tonight. Like last night, I stayed up till almost 6 in the morning playing. Couple more hours, probably. It is like time lock servers, yeah. Pretty much. That's basically what they're doing. And they have that, EverQuest official servers, they have some time lock ones. Like Eridune and stuff. And people enjoy that as well. I haven't tried them though. Do not kill my pet. This isn't even my recent pet, my current level pet. I had to summon my old pet for these ladies so that the pet doesn't steal all my XP. Because I could have him sit on the sideline for a longer duration so he doesn't do more than half damage, but if I do that, then I have to run around being chased real slow, and I don't get to med. Your mom would be pissed because you would leave the PC on all night and turn the monitor off. Nobody could call in the morning because the game was still live. Yep, that was the thing with fusing 56K. You'd be playing, and you'd be in a good group, and things would be going great, and you're almost level, and then somebody would be like, "I need to use the phone," and you'd be like, "No, don't." You don't need to use the phone. He has moved away from forcing people to adventure around and exist in the world. Doing things in Classic was hard. Traveling took a long time. I know the fucking boat takes like 16 minutes or something one way. And that's if you get there when it arrives. It's got a charm to it, but it is a lot more difficult. You start in Eridune. Yeah, there's a streamer, a friend of mine, VGFX. Haven't seen him stream in a few days, but he was here on P99 for a while, and now he's on Eridune, and he's liking it a lot. Yeah, try not to wake people up. I remember playing at nighttime, and for the most part, it was easy not to make too much noise. But whenever you leveled and that ding came, it almost like rang through the house. And you were like, I sure hope no one's going to wake up from that. Oh yeah, you guys are waiting for Kunark on Aerodune also? Kunark is launching in November on this server on P99Green. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to make Ixar really bad. I actually like Kunark, the continent, a whole lot. I think I'm going to make a monk right away. And it'll be worth watching if for no other reason than it's going to be a huge mess. Because when Kunark launches on this server, everyone's going to make an Ixar that same night. And Field of Bone is going to be flooded with people. It's going to be crazy. When Green launched in October on P99 and Classic, you know, everyone had to roll level 1 characters. There were no high levels or anything. There were so many people playing that people camped spawn spots. They'd know exactly which tree a spider spawns next to, and they'd sit at it. So you'd be roaming. In my case, I was in Misty Thicket. You'd be roaming through Misty Thicket, and every few feet would be a person sitting facing whatever direction their mob was going to spawn in. They actually had to increase the spawn rate just for the launch. Oh, 17 days is when yours launches. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. That's not too long to wait. Oh man, I need to go sell soon. My character is so slow he can barely move. Played at odd hours as well. Usually 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. when you had to get ready for college. Yeah. I feel like the younger I was, the more of a night owl I was. I would always play games at night. I still do it too. I still prefer nighttime gaming. It reminds me of like late night LAN parties and stuff. But because of my work schedule and stuff, now it's pretty much I have to at least start earlier. Like it's past midnight where I am right now. And that's fine. Midnight's not too bad, but I can't go on until 2 in the morning. I gotta wake up at 7. So I can't do what I used to do. I mean, I still go to work sometimes with like 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. But there were times in high school and stuff when I was playing this game that I would pull an all-nighter and go to school on no sleep. That's how much I liked EverQuest. Best time to get your Seb key and get into jugs to camp. Spells for the EC tunnel. This camp right here is highly contested. And if I wasn't on this late, I would not be able to do this right now. There'd be people here already. Working from home. I wish I was working from home. I really wish I was. I mean, I would have to have a degree of discipline, self-discipline, you know, to keep focused on my task. But still, it'd be nice. Really suffered in school to do this game. Still do sometimes. Yeah. Everybody did. That's why it's EverCrack. Sometimes I'd be sitting in class and I'd hear people talking about this game that I never would have pegged for playing an MMO, you know, back then. And I wanted to like jump into conversation, you know. Oh, I heard you have a Shadow Knight. Always been a morning person, so getting up at 4 or 5 a.m. without an alarm clock is still easy, which gives you a few hours to play before work. I don't know what I am. I feel like I'm a morning person sometimes because if I don't wake up early for too long, like if I go too many weeks without waking up early ever, I get kind of depressed. Like I want to see like, I don't need to see the sunrise per se, but I like to see the early morning light, you know, when it's a little cooler, it hasn't got hot yet, and the birds are chirping, and you know, the life is or the city's waking up a bit. I like that time, but I also love being up late at night. So I don't know. How close is your camp to the nearest zone, and what zone? This is really close to Mistmore. That's the closest zone, and it's really only a couple. Right this direction. Wait, no, sorry. No, yeah, I'm right. Mistmore's right in that direction, and it's really not far at all. Probably. Well, right now I'm encumbered, so I can't run. But ooh, I didn't even realize she was right there. But if I needed to get to Mistmore, it would take me less than a minute to run there. But my character's evil, so I can't sell to any merchants in this zone. Oh, come on. So I have to actually go to Steamfont or Greater Fay, but Steamfont's probably better for me. I have to go to Steamfont to be able to sell anything. See many suns come up from just being up all night. Me too. Ooh. Yakna. Hope I said that right. What is the camp called? It is called the Bandit Camp with the Bandit Sisters. Yeah, Sisters Camp. It is number 14 on the Lesser Feydark map, so it's all the way southwest. I don't have any mana. Otherwise, I could just feign death each time and kill aggro that way. I'm really not doing this camp the best way possible. As a necro, I probably should, you know, be fear kiting and stuff. But because I have a lot of mobs in this area, there's fairies that don't like me over there and stuff, I haven't been doing that. Woohoo, Spirit of Wolf is nice. Thank you. I need some variation. Thanks and thank you. Yeah, I've been here a little while, so now I have too much stuff in my inventory. Ooh. Yeah, the maps are really nice. I like how they're basically hand-drawn, you know? A lot of them were made by, I think, players or community, if I remember correctly. You printed them off on really nice parchment paper and have them in sheet protectors in a big binder that's been your constant companion for almost 19 years. That sounds awesome. I did something similar a while back, but I don't know what happened to them. I'm not usually the kind of person that loses stuff. I think I moved and somehow they vanished. Ooh, the Spirit of Wolf helps a lot. That's awesome. Since I can't move that fast right now. What I did was I got almost like a hard plastic bookbinding cover. And when I printed them out, I put that hard plastic on both sides, so it almost came across as a hard laminate. And it made a nice map. I need to really do that again. Usually what I'm doing right now is I just pull up the maps on a separate monitor, you know? And just look at the other monitor. But it's not the same as having an actual tangible map right in front of you, you know? Remember printing out spell list? Yes, because it hasn't even been that long since I've had to do that again. Print out spell list. Print out like the world lore when they talk about the Nameless and the dragon and everything and how the North started. Stop following me, girl. Well, I don't have any mana. I'll smack you back. I'm not afraid of you. I'll face tank you. See, I showed her.
A wise decision.
She learned a lesson, not to mess with a gnome. Thank you for the follow, Zazania. I appreciate it. I enjoy playing this game. I love the EverQuest community. I mean, I can be just sitting at this camp and people will come give me buffs and help me. It's cool. Howdy, lazy lions. Why you gotta be so lazy? You got a jet? Okay, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and chatting, Simples. And for the follow and everything. I'm still at this camp, lazy lions. Really, I spent a little while tinkering, and I basically used all the money I earned at this camp doing tinkering, and now I'm out of money again. But I haven't done tinkering before, so I was very excited. I'm trying to get to that point where I can make the probe. That sounds kind of dirty, but you know what I mean. The little Eye of Zom summon thing with my tinkering skill, and then you can use that as a necro to life tap. So that would be cool. You're not lazy, you just take care of lazy lion's den. Uh-huh. That's what every lazy person claims. Every lazy lion's den person claims. It's Lorik. I love that guild name, Calamitous Intent. Every time I see it. I think the only craft you ever bothered with was fletching for arrows. I have done tailoring a couple times. I've done alchemy a couple times on my shaman. And this is the first time I've touched tinkering. I don't know if I've done anything else. I think I did brew a little bit of brewing once because I wanted to be an alcoholic character.
Gleaming endowment.
Ooh, thank you for the $5, Arcane. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all you guys. I'm not really used to so many follows and donations and stuff, and I'm very grateful. It really is touching to me that a game that's 20 years old like this, more than 20 years old, has such a community still playing it and excited about it, you know? Oh my god. Got stunned. Well, now I'm gonna life tap her. That's what she gets. You see a lady like this in the middle of a forest, you gotta tap that. That's what she gets for hitting me. Alright. I'm really interested to see if Pantheon ever releases and if it can capture the same magic that EverQuest has, you know? Is this you, Lamba? Llama? Not Lamba. Llama? Lorik? Yeah, Pantheon's the only MMO since EverQuest that you've been excited about? I mean, I have jumped into other MMOs and tried them and been excited for a short time, but no other MMO that I've seen makes me feel like EverQuest does, except for Pantheon. Because it's so inspired by Pantheon, and Brad McQuaid was involved in it and stuff. Now, whether or not it actually is realized, like it actually comes out and is that good, I don't know. The developers, Visionary Realms, they sometimes put updates out on Twitch, and I've watched those. And it looks good. It looks like they're still hard work, and you can tell they're very passionate about it. And so I want to say that it's going to be great. I hope. You know, I know they deserve that because they are trying to bring back, you know, what we love so much. But, you know, it's one of those things that time will tell. You played so many, but like me, just don't get jazzed about any other games. It's true. I like things about other games, but there's not a lot of other MMOs that I feel the same as EverQuest. I like bits and pieces and what they've accomplished with a lot of other games. Like some of them, the combat might impress me. Some of them, I'm really immersed in the story. But this one was something special. Probably because it came at a time when, you know, it was a big first for me. Like a game accomplishing all this. A game, I feel like they haven't captured the magic of the social aspect with any other MMO. And I understand why. You know, a lot of other MMOs aim to... they aim to try to make it where anyone can solo anything. But this game really did well with how... I mean, just the fact that you had to go stand in the tunnel and shout to people when you wanted to trade and all that was really cool, you know? You had to haggle with people. And it formed organically because there's nothing in the game that said trading was done in a tunnel. That was just a convenient place that people came together and started swapping items, you know, and trying to make some money. And I thought that was awesome. And one thing I wish they still had in P99 that they did on live is they had the bulletin boards. Like, you could still see them in the game, but in live you could, I want to say right-click on them, and you could put a message on these little bulletin boards. And that was really cool. As an EQ vet, sorry Laura, I couldn't see your message at first. As an EQ vet, you know I have buffed you and your pet. Pull it all now. Awesome. The main thing that's stopping me from pulling it all is I have no mana. I have not been keeping Dark Pact up. I've been a bad necromancer. I appreciate the help. I was watching my friend play New World in a Discord stream, and it actually looks pretty good. Cautiously optimistic. Was it you that mentioned New World last night? I went and looked up New World earlier because it was mentioned last night, and I'm the same. Cautiously optimistic. It looks really good. And I don't know. I want to say the fact that they delayed it is probably in their favor because it meant that they were willing to take longer to get things right. I hope that's what it means. So that's another good thing, I think. You forgot about the bulletin boards, Arcane? You had a high keep one. You know what I used to do? I used to write bad poetry on them. Because I was a teenager. Funny poetry. Not like emo stuff or anything. I used to put like really bad North poetry or class poetry. It probably wasn't bad, but I have a feeling that if I went and found it now, not that they exist anymore, but if I were able to go and find them now, I would probably cringe. Dark Elves had a hard time in Freeport. In the Freeport one. I wish I remembered. I feel like I must have had like a text document on my computer that contained some of the stuff I put on the bulletin boards. But I must have lost it or something. Amazon Games just had a pretty big black eye from Crucible. So I think that the delay was because they didn't have PvE content and the quality needed to support a non-PvP community. What oh, I remember what Crucible was. I was trying to think for a moment. Crucible was like that. It looked like an arena fighter or first-person shooter where you were like animals, kinda running around. It looked interesting, but it like came and went very fast. So I guess people didn't like it. 100%. The combat system, graphics, crafting, and PvP is all in place. They're just adding PvE content, which is a good reason to delay. They have all the hard shit figured out. Yep. I love PvE, so I'm glad they're working hard on that. I do plan to check out New World. I need to look up if there's any video content for the New World beta that you're talking about. I want to see more of it because I didn't really look at too much earlier. I still have the tab open. I need to look at more. I just wanted to get streaming. I need to look up that and several other things we were talking about last night. Korean language, when we were talking about languages. Loric, 50 Cleric. Cleric is another class I really want to get into at some point. Battle Royale PvP game. Crucible. Yeah, they wanted to be a contender for Fortnite or Apex. It was not ready. It was pretty embarrassing for a first showing from an Amazon company. Yeah. Llama, you were gonna come buff me, but the cleric did it already. I appreciate it though. It's no problem. Thank you for the thought. Thank you for wanting to come out and everything. I'm a lowly necro. Every buff counts. Really, I need to just remember to keep Dark Pact up so I can get my mana up. That's my main limiting factor right now, is I keep forgetting to use that. This is one of those camps that it's so hard to keep going if you're, like when I first got here, when I was a little lower leveled and stuff. But now with the buffs and the fact that I'm level 16 now, it's more of an AFK camp. I just kill them real fast and then I have to sit and wait for the next spawn. Hey, this lets me get my piercing skill up. These buffs allow me to face tank. I need to get those skills up, defense and stuff. I haven't really been like in the combat, you know, for the last couple levels. You have a level 34 cleric, you always see that guild helping people. Calamitous Intent. I just really like the name. The very first time I saw him, I was like, oh, I love that name. I don't think I've really met or talked to anybody in the guild before there. But then again, I spend a lot of time soloing with my last couple characters. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's in chat if he showed up to help. Not always though. I've had a few people come by and buff and stuff that I don't think watch the stream. They're just nice. Hell, when I'm not streaming at all, I encounter people coming out of nowhere to help me. That's why I love the community. I try to do the same. I was failing miserably the last time I was trying that. I think I was in Kanos newbie zone, and I was on my druid, and I was like, I'm gonna spirit a wolf and damage shield every newbie around me. And I kid you not, like 4 times in a row, I'd be in mid-cast, and they'd take off running right out of my range. And then I'd have to chase them and start casting again. I was like, I'm so bad at this. Best part about streaming, catching a drive-by buffing. I'm actually very surprised. Like, I guess it's a given, you know, if people are watching you and they might want to come out and help and stuff. But it never occurred to me that that was a fringe benefit for some reason. Until John Littlefoot. He comes by sometimes. I don't think he's on today. But he's a player in the game. He has a druid. He also has a 50 mage called Hidden Virus. And he came by. I was streaming with my friend, Gert Gaming, who streams this game. And he came by and was helping us out a lot. And that was probably my first experience with having somebody dedicate a lot of time to just helping out. I was like, cool. You're going to start streaming EQ so you can get random buffs. Solo rogue life is tough, yes. That is true. You need those buffs. And hey, you have experience streaming under your belt already because you said you streamed a lot of ESO PvP. So why not? I mean, you like PvP, jump in. Community's primary reason still log on to P99Green or Blue? Yep, definitely. And you get something from this community that I just feel is absent from a lot of MMOs nowadays. It's because we're all here for the same reason. You know, we're nostalgic, we're dedicated to like the game, we still love it. We're probably most people who play are about the same age range and stuff. But it's like the same allure to the game that's bringing us back. It's bringing us all back, you know? It's something we share. What's the difference between green and blue again? Well, blue came first, and blue was like their trial server. Their original, or their main vision was to match the actual progression that happened back when the game was live. They wanted to have Kunark release correctly, like on right date and stuff. Lorik says, I'll be BRB friend. I want to see if peeps need res and miss more. Okay, thanks. But when they launched blue, they couldn't really get it out the way they want it. So green is more in line with the true timeline of EverQuest. And so blue took a long time in Classic before Kunark launched. It wasn't after 1 year. It actually went quite a while. And the same thing happened, I think, with Velius when that launched. And so the end result was that the economy's a little inflated and stuff. You had a lot of hardcore guilds that dominated for much longer time and stuff like that. Whereas green is a little fresher. So whether or not it's better, I don't know. Some people prefer blue, some people prefer green. This UI is incredible. Thank you very much. I put a lot of work into it, trying to make it look like the old classic. Is there... I don't mind backseating, by the way. That doesn't bother me. Is there a reason I'm not meditating? Yes, because I'm bad. I usually do meditate. The reason I'm not meditating is because I'm talking and not paying attention. That's all it is. I do meditate usually. I just have been horrible about it tonight. That's why my mana is shot to hell. I also have been forgetting to put Dark Pact on a lot, so I'm not getting mana. I let my pet die twice already, I think, because I wasn't paying attention to his health. So that's really all it is. It's an easy camp now for me, so I'm not giving it the proper respect and watching stuff enough. You can hotkey to spellbook too, so you don't have to click it. Yeah, I have the spellbook itself on a hotkey where it comes up. Is there a way to hotkey to meditate button though? Because that's what I haven't discovered. You still have to click the meditate button, right? No, there's no way. I wish there was. No, I have the spellbook on M, so I press M and it sits me down and it brings up the spellbook. Level 35 you can just sit? Really? You don't have to click med? Is that on all characters? Why didn't I know this? Or maybe I did know it, but I forgot. Well, shit. I mean, I'm not level 35 on this character yet, but I have a couple other characters. Do I? Yeah, I think I have 2 characters on blue anyway. that are past 35. And I hope I was just sitting on them. Yeah, you have 450s on green? Awesome. We're spoiled, at least we can see with the book up. Absolutely. It's built into EQ habits. Let me tell you, when I was making the UI look like this, trying to match the classic, I gave a moment's consideration to going all the way. I really did, to having it where the parchment scroll is covering the whole bottom here with the chats in it, and having it where when you brought up the spellbook you couldn't see shit anymore. I considered it for a moment, I did. And I was like, I gotta draw the line somewhere. I have to be able to see. So as long as you can remember, there was one of the big benefits of hitting 35. Yeah. I can't believe I forgot that. Thank you for reminding me. And no, I wasn't medding in combat right there for no reason. I think I was trying to get my piercing skill up a little bit since the cleric buffed the crap out of me, so I didn't really need to avoid getting hit. She really doesn't like me sitting at all. The deadliest insult you can give to an NPC in this game is to sit in their presence. They do not like it. You always hotkeyed F to cast 1 on your Necro, which was drain life. That's a good idea. You know what else I haven't gotten in the groove of using? See, this is the thing. On blue, I was using every hotkey and I had everything down. Since I started on green, I haven't gotten back in the habit of using like Alt to cast. Alt 1, 2, 3, 4. I still click the spells. I probably don't need to be clicking the spells. I can be using Alt 1, Alt 2, or a mouse button. I can probably bind a mouse button to do it or something. But I have not been. I have to get back into that habit, I guess. You always have Feign Death on Gem 2, so you can Alt 2 to Feign Death easily. Yeah, I have mine all the way on the bottom. Pressing 8 is too far. I don't even press 8. I click it like a plebe. A pleb. One, two, three, four, QE. Yeah, that's all close to your fingers. That's a good one. Then control 1, 2, 3, 4 for different hotkey pages. Oh great, wrong spell. Yeah, I really need to get into the groove of all that again. Woohoo! I think one more loot and I'm gonna have to go sell and then run back. So I'm getting to the point where I'm almost 200 out of 75, and if these buffs fade from me, I'm not going to be able to move. When you have dreams about EQ, it still happens. It's been part of your life for 21 years. It's always in this UI. That's because your dreams, even in your dreams, you have good taste. See, when I thought of this, and I didn't do this until I started streaming the game, because I played this game a long time without ever streaming it. I didn't realize there was an interest in seeing this game at the time. Otherwise, I could have been streaming it years ago. But when I started streaming this, that's when I first thought, I wonder. What got it for me actually is the game was designed to play in 4:3 ratio. But new monitors are like 16:10, 16:9, and it stretches the game, which cuts off the top. So I decided I wanted to make the game into 4:3, and you can see it as it was meant to see, but you're left with, you can use the viewport command, but you're left with black bars on the left and right. And Gert Gaming, my streamer friend, he has it looking nice. He has all his stuff in the black bars. He has his chats and everything. It looks really cool. It fits. It works just well. But when I was looking at the black bars, I was thinking of how they did it back then. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They had the interface on the left and right that had your health bar and everything. I wish I could do that again. But of course, green does not allow UI modifications. And even when blue did and blue does, you had ducks of UI and stuff, but it didn't, it doesn't quite, it doesn't quite fit the role of the old classic UI. So that's when I set out to try to make it. And I thought, oh, this probably won't take me long. And like 5 or 6 hours later, in multiple little modifications over the course of months, like I'd be streaming, and then I'd go ahead and I'd look at my VOD and I'd say, oh man, I need to move this a little more to the left. It's not centered or something like that, That's how I got to this point. And so it can probably still use improvements, but it's not bad. Okay, I think I'm going to gate. I need to go sell, and then I'll come back here. Viewport doesn't have to put black bars on left and right. You can put the game part wherever you want, so you could have all of it on left. Yeah, I messed around for a long time trying to decide how I wanted it. I think at one point I even had the game up and all the way to the left, and so I had the right side and below it filled with all my chats and all my bars and stuff, but I just couldn't figure out how I liked it best. So that's why I basically centered my game. Whew, we got a lot of stuff to sell. Your problem with Vport is that you have to reset it every time. Do you? I guess if you uninstalled the game, of course. Or you have to do it per character. Since if you don't, if you click in the black area, it's minimize your game? I did Vport one time, and I've never had to do it again. But I haven't, since I did that, I haven't uninstalled or anything. Usually what I do with a new character is I go into the EverQuest folder, and I copy and paste a copy of the INI for the character, and I just rename it to the new character's name, and it just sets it all up the same way my other character had it. Which is a nice trick. That's also how I more or less import my friends list and stuff, so I don't have to re-add all my friends to each new character. Because, shit, redoing this UI would be such a pain. I have to have everything precisely, down to the pixel, in certain spots for this stream interface to look like this. So yeah, if I lost the INA files or whatever, I'd have to spend another probably 3-4 hours working on it to get everything back to how it was. You just have to retype the viewport command, otherwise interacting with anything in the black area will minimize. That's so strange. I wonder if there's a different, like a more permanent workaround for you. Back that shiz up. Oh yeah, definitely. I have a copy of the INI files on a different hard drive and stuff, just in case. Same with the OBS settings and everything for when I stream. All that stuff is kept elsewhere, just in case. I also play in windowed mode though, kindly. I don't have that problem. I'm playing in a very small window right now. Not tiny where it's obnoxious, but I am going to invis myself. But I'm still playing in windowed mode. I don't know, I haven't had that problem. I have had other problems though, over time. Oh, you only have that problem in full screen. Huh. Yeah, I haven't tried it in full screen, so I don't know if it would do that to me or not with Vport. You play in a 1900 by 1200 window on a 1440p monitor. I'm on a 1440p monitor also. I'm not sure what size my game window is. I want to say it's probably 1080. I'm pretty sure I'm playing it in 1080 on a 1440p. So it's a bit smaller than my screen real estate. Yeah, it's the 4:3 ratio that fits 1080. That's what I have. Pretty sure. It's been a couple years since I set all this up, but I think that's what I did too. I mean, in all honesty, for how old this game is, it doesn't give as many problems as it could. It's not too bad. I mean, I expected a lot more issues. I guess part of it is probably, you know, from the P99 team's dedication, you know, to getting it working smoothly. There's some bugs. Sometimes the game crashes when I go to camp, or sometimes it crashes when I go to log in also and choose my character. Okay, we're almost back to the camp. If it's still free. Do I have compatibility modes set on EQ Game EXE? I think I do. Because I remember when I was crashing, I looked up what was causing the crashing, and that was one of the solutions that people recommended. And so I went ahead and did that, and I think I still crash. Just not as often. I don't know if I put it in Windows 7 compatibility. I'm not sure if I did that. But I did do some sort of compatibility thing. I would have to check. It crashes when you camp out too kindly. Yeah, it's not a big deal when it crashes camping out. Only when I'm switching characters is it frustrating. If I'm not switching characters and I'm actually just leaving for the night, it can crash all at once. And it doesn't happen every time for me. Mine crashes maybe once out of every 5 times. It's not a big deal. Really bad frame hitching though. Your game has mini freezes when you're turning and stuff, and it's very annoying. I have frozen a couple times. Actually, it's happened on stream a couple times, where I'm either turning or moving real fast and the whole game freezes. I actually had my screen go black a few times. You know how you get blinded in a game and the whole screen goes black? I've had that happen to me a couple times, except I wasn't blinded. It's just some sort of visual bug. I don't know what it's about it, and it hasn't happened frequently enough that I try to research a solution, but it has happened a couple times. Alright, which pet is this? Okay, you're not bad. And still need to med a little bit. People say they fixed that by installing it on their solid state drive, which you've done as well. Still get randomly hitching. Mine is on a solid state drive, and that stuff happens to me sometimes. So I don't think that's a real solution. I think it worked for some people, but that's about all. Every game I play now is on solid state, so. And my OS is on a solid state. So if that's a solution, I shouldn't be having a problem ever. Okay, I gotta re-break the camp. That's not a big deal with these buffs, though. Oh no, they're all fading? No, they're not all fading, just some of them. Did someone else buff me and I didn't catch it? I don't remember having a symbol one. Maybe I did. I'm just not paying attention. But thank you, person, wherever you are. So for anybody who's watching who's not familiar with the Sisters Camp, I'm one of those people that don't mind spreading the news, even though it means more competition for a good camp. But this is a good camp from like levels 12 to 18, because all of these sisters have a high chance of dropping bronze weapons that usually sell from anywhere from like 1 to 6 plat each, usually 1 to 4 plat, I think. There's only the 4 sisters. When you first get here, they're indifferent, so they won't attack you on sight. Even now, they won't attack me on sight. I can go sit among them if I want. They're apprehensive to me. I don't know if they ever get worse than apprehensive, or not. And I'm a necro, so they like me just fine. They will social aggro, though. So you do have to watch out for that. If you pull one too close. This one... so you start off by attacking Kayla, who stands over here. If you pull her, she's not going to social aggro them because she's really far away. You take her out, then there's Shayla standing right here. And you take her out, it won't aggro them. But these last two, Jayla and Taylor, yes, they have ridiculous names. Jayla and Taylor will come together. That's the hardest part of breaking the camp. It's easy peasy if you're like 13, 14 or so, but if you're 12, it can be a little challenging. At least it was for me. But once you break the camp, you slowly take each one, create that distance between their spawns. It's so easy just to sit here and take them on and get some bronze and pretty good experience, you know? That wouldn't have anything to do with SSD. SSD helps zoning time a bit. That's what I figured. I don't see why it would stop the stuttering. So it's no surprise that it doesn't stop the stuttering or hitching. Because SSD is usually all about loading times in games. Games runs fine. It's just sometimes when you're turning, it freezes for maybe like a third of a second or so, and then my character keeps moving during that time. Yeah, and when that stuff happens, it's usually when I'm trying to run from an enemy, and it's the worst time possible. Why am I even bother dotting? I don't know. If I let just my pet kill, he's going to take all the experience, but chances are, the way I'm dotting, I'm probably not doing 50% anyway. So he's still taking most of the experience. Yeah, I'm not doing half. Well, last night I was doing half. I don't think I am tonight. Part of it has to do with me not paying attention. I'm sending him in too soon. I think last night, not the whole time, but a lot of the time I was doing at least half because I was letting the dots tick more before I sent him in. This is also why I'm using the weaker pet. I have one pet above this, and he kills them way too fast for me to get the experience. I wish there was a way for me to be absolutely certain if I was doing half experience or not. There's just no way for me to check that. Another reason I dot them a lot of times is just to make them move slower. Or to give my pet some breathing room so he doesn't have 2 mobs beating on him right now. I don't know a good way to ensure that I'm doing half the damage other than waiting a long time to send him in, which makes me end up having to run like this so that the mob stays on me. I could fear kite, and that's what I would normally be doing if this area was a little safer for me. I could, that's probably what I would do majority of the time playing this character, is I'm probably going to pull with the engulfing darkness to snare them, and then before they reach me, have fear land on them. While they're running away, dot them both, dot them with my other dot, heat blood in this case. And once they reach about half, send the pet after them. And reapply fear whenever I need it, you know? That's what I probably should even be doing. The reason why I'm not doing it right now, and this may not be the case tonight, but last night they had a ferry, Emperor ferry, that patrolled past this over and over again. And I tried doing the fear kiting here on 3 different occasions last night, and all 3 times the sisters decided to run in that direction, and my pet was chasing them, and the Emperor got on me. And it's not that I can't take the Emperor, it's that I can't take the Emperor plus his pet plus the sister at the same time. Or at least I might be able to now, but I couldn't at the time that this happened. So that's the main reason I'm not using the fear. See, that's not the Emperor right there. That's just a Fey Drake, and it's green. I guess the Emperor doesn't come past anymore, but last night it kept patrolling over and over that way. Then someone came and killed it, and it didn't come back. But it would just pass. Basically, once a minute, it seemed like. It would pass this camp. I don't know how I feel about that pet mechanic. I kind of feel like I wish it didn't have a chance to steal half of my experience. Or actually, is it more than half my experience? But at the same time, I guess I understand it might be too OP otherwise. I don't know. I could back my pet off and just let her... Yeah, just duo. That's what I usually do, but my friends are not on the last couple nights. So if your pet does 150% damage, it will take exactly half experience. Yeah. Yeah, it's all Gert's fault. How could he? Am I liking the Necro more than Druid? At the moment, yes. Overall, probably not. I love the versatility of Druid. I love the porting, and I don't know why I'm not sending my pet after it now. I love the... I love being able to hop the continents on my Druid and stuff. But in terms of like how fun and engaging the class play is, the Necro is just more fun for me right now. The Necro can, maybe not at my level, but eventually he'll be able to do just about everything. I mean, he can't Spirit Wolf, but he'll be able to heal others, buff others to an extent. He can regenerate his mana. He can steal health from people. He'll be able to res at a cost later. He can feign death. He can locate corpses. Has a pet. I mean, there's just so much versatility. Great at soloing. Yeah, 2 Necros with 2 pets, no penalty. I would love that. That would be so fun. You guys ever try to Aqua Goblin camps in Butcher Block? I have on my Druid a couple times, and maybe one of my other characters. And it was good. You remember getting a lot of platinum from the stuff that dropped from those guys back in the day? I did pretty well on those. But last few times I did them, I needed a group form. I don't know if I would now, but because it's so late at night, I'm not even trying tonight. I actually don't know what level range that is. I used to know the level ranges to, like, you know, everything. Like where I should go at any given time, and I've gotten bad at it. If I can keep him backed off, I can probably, then she's going to be backstabbing my pet. Let me just let her. I like Butcher Block as a zone. When I'm in Lesser Fate Arc like this, it rains the whole time. It gets tiring. Who wants to see rain non-stop? But this camp is nice. How did I get this UI to work on green? I did not. It's not really a UI. It's a stream interface I created. So on the stream you can see it, but in the game I actually don't see it. I just see viewport, black bars on the side with my chats and my health bars and everything. But I created a UI because I love it, and I wanted it to function like the old UI did. I wish I could get it on green, If there was a way for me to make a UI, if I had enough know-how to make a UI like this and share it among everybody, I absolutely would. I've had a few people drop by and ask me if they can have the UI, and it's just not one of those things that you can give because it's not a real UI. But I would love to do that. There is a UI that someone made. I just don't know where to find it. I think it's on some Discord somewhere. And I looked at it, and it was called ZUI, something like that. And supposedly, they made it in a way that fits to P99's rules for Green server, and so it's okay. But it does not look like Classic. It just looks like your basic P99 UI, but it has a few benefits. It has numbers and percentages next to your health bars and stuff, things like that. Yeah, I think I'll just let the pet steal the experience for a few kills so I can get my mana back. Play through the OBS window. I've thought about it. It would be interesting to see everything. There's a few things I can probably do to improve this interface. Like if I... Actually, some of the things I don't know how to fix. Like, you can see, of course, when I put my... Right now I have my arrow on my top spell, so you can see that. But obviously, since I have the spells like overlaid over an image, you can see my mouse cursor go underneath. I can't really do anything about that. If I put my mouse over the spell and it brings the little tooltip up, you can see it kind of get cut off, and you see it appear over my name in the top right. Kind of how it's just because of how I have everything laid out on my viewport. If I... Those aren't so bad, really. If I see the who, invite, disband, and all that, it also has a problem where my mouse cursor goes under. I can't do anything about it. But if I switch to one of my other bars, you see how it looks like crap? Because they're not made to fit that. The one I have, see that? I can't really do much about that. There was something I could do. I think, what key is it in P99 to hide your user interface? Like if you want to take a screenshot, but you don't want to have anything showing. When I press that key, it makes everything look awful. It makes everything... Or if I log out of my character, it does that. Still looks good? Yeah. Thank you.
A wise decision.
Ooh, thank you for the follow, Plateau. F11? Nah, F11 brings up my ping or whatever. Let's see, F12. Nope. Not F12. F10. F10 does it. See that? See what my interface looks like if I get rid of the game elements? Wait, I need this in order to be able to loot. It wouldn't let me loot when I had F10 pressed. Let me sit before I do it so I can med a little bit. Yeah. So what you're seeing when I press F10 is you're seeing the interface or the screenshot I took from the game's tutorial to make the graphics, and then you're seeing the placeholder, the black bars and stuff for where I actually put each interface or each element. It's really interesting how I did it. It probably kills my computer a little bit, but you know when you stream on OBS, you're capturing your game, right? Yeah, the EQ tutorial, that's where I had to get it because I needed something that was high enough resolution that it looked okay on stream. Well, when you stream on OBS, you're capturing your game. You can use game capture, you can use a capture card if you're trying to capture like a PlayStation or something. Well, anyway, I'm capturing my game like 40 times right now. It's just I have tweaked it so that I'm capturing, cropped it is the word I'm looking for. I cropped each capture, so I'm only capturing individual bars and stuff for each capture. And that's how I made it look like this. You were like, how is that possible that a game is this cool looking? Yeah. Oh, you remember when you first played as 11 years old? Yeah, I know. I look at these trees and stuff. I remember when this is actually probably higher textures than what the game launched with. But I remember looking at trees in this game and thinking, wow, it's like real life. It's not though. Not compared to today's graphics, but it's still pretty impressive. It's pretty nice. And of course, they had to take into consideration like server, lag and stuff, and that's a lot of stuff. That's why they had to use the zones and stuff. It's a lot of stuff to have bogging down their servers. How many players are on and stuff. And it was amazing. You know what I miss that we'll never get again from this game? I miss discovering things together for the first time. Because I was there. I'm not going to claim I was there for launch day, but I must have played like really early. Like maybe the first week it came out, maybe the first month. I don't know for sure. But I remember when all of us newbies, because there were no high levels yet, went through Kithakor for the first time at night. And we found out real quick that it wasn't safe like it was during the day. And I remember word getting around, just through word of mouth, well, in shouts and out-of-character chat and stuff, that if you stayed along the wall, you'd be safe. That was exciting because no one knew that until suddenly word started passing around and then everyone found out. And I love that stuff. Now there's a wiki for everything, Hello, Delana. The zone lines have saved a bunch of lives. It's true. They could make this game now with no zoning. But zoning is required, otherwise we die. You never hit max level back in the day? Your mom took the game away from you because you weren't doing well in school? I didn't reach max level on live either. I just didn't. And I don't even have that excuse. I don't think the game was taken from me. I think I just created a bunch of alts over and over, and I didn't really try super hard, and then I went off to college. So you're experiencing a lot of content for the first time. So am I, honestly. If I ever reach, I think the highest level character I've ever had is something like 45 or so. Maybe close to 50, but not quite 50. If I ever reach 50, and of course 60 with Kunark, it'll be the first time I've done it. You were playing a 50 whiz on Aerodune? That's awesome. Wizards are fun. It's another class I haven't fully explored. I've thought about making a wizard because I want to see porting from that end of things. Since I'm so used to porting around as a druid, I'd like to jump around in the spires and stuff, It wasn't the same though. Yeah, Aerodune looks nice, but I think I like P99 a lot that I don't really want to try moving. I'm sure it'd still be fun and stuff. But I like the friends and stuff I've made here. Wizarding Classic isn't too fun. It's a lot of sitting, isn't it? It's a whole lot of sitting. And medding, and every now and then standing up, casting once, and sitting again. And trying not to get too much attention from the mobs. You remember his system announcements when people hit max level? Always thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. I like that they redid that in green a little bit. Like they announced the first to achieve things. They probably did it in blue also. What I really miss though is GM events. I really wish. I mean, every now and then the GMs in the game will go to like the tunnel and turn someone into a unicorn or something, or a gnome. But I really wish they had real GM events. She's asking if I want a Spirit of Wolf. Absolutely I do. Thank you. I love Spirit of Wolf. They get more mana efficient AoEs and Kunark though, so they can quad, etc. I bet it's a lot more fun then. Oh yeah. My druid quadded a lot in Kunark, and I'm fairly certain the wizard can do it just as well, if not better in some ways. There was a PvP arena the other day on Green with GMs, I believe. Oh, I missed it. I don't know. I guess I need to check the P99 site more or something, because I am missing a lot of things. You know, I missed the Naked Gnome run by like 45 minutes the last time I did it, like a few weeks ago. And someone even told me about it in advance. I wasn't considering time zones properly or something, and I missed it. Yeah, P99 Discord. I'm on the P99 Discord. You know what I don't do, though? Read it. I don't read it. I should. You remember our Halloween event in Chaos Hills on Live? Man, it was awesome. I remember, and I don't know for certain if... I don't know for certain if it's was on Halloween, but a Spectre walked up to my friend. Him and I were together. A Spectre walked up to my friend and said, "Let's play a game." It was a GM. And he asked a riddle, and if you didn't answer the riddle, he killed you, like death, you know? And if you answered the riddle correctly, he gave you something. I forget what it was, but it was a cool item. Let's see. She says, "You're going to be here for a while. I was just about to AFK for an hour and maybe come back and kill some sisters." I'm going to tell her I should be gone by then. Gotta go to bed soon. It's true, I gotta go to bed kind of soonish. Even though I want to stream forever. I want to keep streaming. Yeah, there were a lot of GMs. The one that really impresses me the most, like in my mind, I have no idea if it was really this impressive in person, but you know how your memories kind of like boost things up, like you start to remember it like it was even better. But I remember being in the Commons. You know, they have, I think it's West Commons, and it has the lake, and coming out of the lake was a giant. I think it was bigger than a hill giant, you know? It was just, you suddenly see a head emerging, and it came out, and it started shouting like giant stuff, fee fi fo fum or some crap like that, and saying he was going to kill, or he was going to challenge the zone or whatever, and like everybody in the zone had to rush him, and as a team try to take down this giant, and it just, no one knew it was going to happen. I mean, that was the days when something like that happened, and you had to call your friends and say, "Get in now. You got to see this," you know? I apologize if you can hear my keyboard. I try to keep that off out of the mic, but I think lately it's been picking up sounds for some reason like that. I was answering her. She said that she asked me if I minded if she stayed here until I was done. I said that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. And she said that she's gonna lay down a bit because she's starting to get a headache in real life. And I said, hope you feel better, and you need some heals for that headache. Why am I tanking this thing? I don't know what I'm thinking. You remember guides and GMs running quests and things every weekend back in 2ish. Ross at Knife Server. Yep. I miss that more than anything else from life. Is the GM events. Like real creative GM events. Ones that they actually did some writing for, and they actually had stories and stuff, you know? I don't know why that's not done. Is it something that, I mean, obviously, it's easier said than done. I'm sure it would take some programming. I think it would take some work. Maybe they don't have enough staff. I just think it'd be cool, you know, to have that sort of stuff again. It's not done because it takes people to be able to log in and run those things. Man, I think there'd be people lining up to volunteer. That's what I think. I would. You let me take control of a giant, and all I gotta do is post this scripted text you want to declare to the zone, and I get to have fun knowing I did it. That'd be awesome. You know, I said this last night, but I'm going to repeat this story because I was very impressed by it. Because there's a lot of new people here tonight. You would love to be running guide events. I know, right? They do have to be trustworthy. It's true. They have an image to uphold. You don't want anybody saying anything inappropriate and stuff. It's true. That is something they have to watch for. So last night I was in Steam Font. And I was level 13, and this level 50 enchanter shouts to the whole zone, and he says, I'm giving away buffs. If you want clarity, come up to me and type the number 1. If you want this other buff, type the number 2. If you want both, type the number 3. I'll be sitting in front of, the city. And I'm thinking that's nice of him. But then he says, also, in 15 minutes, I'm going to start playing a game. I will be attacked by enemies in the zone, and I need one of you to come save me. Now, if you're brave enough to come save me, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what words he used. But if you're brave enough to come save me and kill this monster, then when you loot it, you'll have a prize. So 15 minutes goes by. And he shouts to the zone, help, help, a spiderling is attacking me by the druid ring. By coincidence, when he shouted this, I was gating to the druid ring. That's where I'm bound. Like, I was in mid-cast for gate. So, about a second after he said this, I appeared next to him. It wasn't even planned. And a spiderling's attacking him. Of course, it's not doing anything. He's a level 50 enchanter. He's just playing out of role, So I kill the spiderling and I loot it, and it has a gargoyle eye on it, that sells to the merchants for 9 plat. And he's like, thank you for saving me. And he shouted to the whole zone, thank Corwick for saving me from the spiderling. And then he tells me, I hope that helps with some, offset some of the cost of spells. And I say, really? Thank you. I appreciate it. This is really awesome. I wish to see this stuff more. I think that's awesome. Level 50s going out there and playing these little games, role-playing, and at the same time helping newbies with like spell costs and stuff. And he did that for a half hour, maybe a little longer. He would go pull various mobs around the zone, let them smack on them by the newbie, different areas around the zone. One time he was by the windmills. One time he was off to the west. If you travel down the west road from the city, you'll see me. I'm being attacked by a decomposing skeleton or whatever. And it was really cool. I saw some other people running up and like killing the thing and looting Gargoyle Eye, and I thought, that's an awesome idea. Yep, that's what makes green cool. And I told this story last night. I just wanted to tell it again tonight because it was awesome. I like when players come up with ideas or enact things, or sometimes guilds do it. They run a whole event. Like I said, they had that Naked Gnome run. That was really cool. I mean, who doesn't want to see a whole bunch of naked gnomes running through a whole world, basically, getting slaughtered by the random mobs? I mean, I don't even want to participate in it to try to win anything. I just wanted to run along and witness it. That's why I was like, oh man, I can't believe I missed it. That would have been cool. I remember doing that on live, actually participating in a Naked Gnome runs and stuff. In No Mercy. No Mercy. It was a lot of fun too. I did not win. I forget where I died. There's nothing like seeing like 400 gnomes running along the wall in Kithakor. And of course, I'm not getting full experience from these kills. I'm mostly doing it right now for the bronze because I need money. Because I'm trying to get into Tinkerin. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing this a little bit longer until more of my inventory fills up. Maybe all of this fills up, possibly. And then I'll gate back, sell, and probably end the stream there for the night. Because it's almost 1:30 in my time. And I got to wake up at 7. So I'm probably going to go to work with 5 hours of sleep or something. But it's worth it because, hey, I'm playing EverQuest. How dare you hit me? They're just mad because they have ridiculous names. Kayla, Shayla, Jayla, and Taylor? Mm-hmm. Sounds like a bad sitcom. Does he already have 2 daggers? I don't think he does. But he does now. Yeah. See that? That's not very responsible. When you're holding 2 daggers like that, you shouldn't be running. It's very unsafe. I don't think it ever stops raining in this zone, ever. There's a few other camps in this zone I haven't checked out thoroughly. There's a few orc camps. There's a Shadowmen camp that I think would kill me right now. There's the Brownie compound. There's a Pixie place, a Fairy place. I really haven't given this zone a fair shake until now, really. Mostly I just passed through this zone. I spent more time in Greater Fey and Crushbone and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty nice to actually be leveling in the zone for once. I've known this is a popular camp for a very long time. I just haven't gone and checked it out because every time I stopped by or looked at it, people, it was camped. No, I don't want daggers. I already got too many daggers. They don't sell for a lot. They're not worth the space they take up. We were talking last night about a lot of nostalgic stuff. We were talking about the other games we were playing around the time that this released. That was like a trip down memory lane. We were talking about Half-Life when that first released, and Team Fortress Classic. Every time I think of that game, I think of the announcer voice, the distorted, computerized voice you hear, telling you when a flag has been taken and stuff. and Dark Forces and Hexen and Doom and Wolfenstein, and not all of those came out around this time, but still old games we played when we were young. And Ultima Online. Really, there were a lot of MMOs that came out right after EverQuest. I think Ultima Online was a little bit before. But the rest of them, you know, you had Dark Age of Camelot, Asheron's Call. All those tried to capture the magic of EverQuest, you know. They saw how addicted everybody was to EQ back then. I feel like those were very great times. I still had school, you know. I think most of us were probably in school at the time that this released. But I feel like other than specific times, like if you had research projects and stuff, school basically just slid right off of you when you left it. You may have homework to do or something, but for the most part, when you got home, it was game time. If you know, your family allowed that sort of thing. But as an adult, I feel like I always have in the back of my mind work and stuff. It doesn't quite leave you the same way. Plus, I feel like you know, all your friends that you played with. I know I'm going in a depressing direction here, but all the friends you played with at the time, you know, they moved on. They went and had families. Some of them moved to other states. I miss the LAN party. You know, I know our capabilities are greater than ever. You can talk to people in Discord. You can video chat now. You can play multiplayer games online. Back then, some games back then, or a lot of games, didn't even have proper matchmaking. Or you had to connect with a direct connect cable in person in order to play multiplayer. But nowadays, you can do so much more. But at the same time, I miss that whole LAN party experience. And it's not that it's impossible now. You can still get together a LAN party group, play local co-op games, even get together and play games from back then. It's kind of like I really miss going into a video store and just browsing, like Blockbuster. Yeah, we have Netflix now. Yeah, we can pretty much have anything we want at our fingertips online. But I miss just going into a Blockbuster, you know, or any other video store, and just browsing the sections and checking out things, renting. Matchmaking is a cancer. It's true. And a lot of the softwares, GameSpy and all that crap you had to deal with. I like the idea of when we had to rent a game and beat it in like 2 or 3 days, or however long the rental lasts for. That's how I played GoldenEye for N64 and Perfect Dark and stuff with friends. A lot of those games I ended up buying eventually, but at first I rented them because I didn't know if I was going to like them. They're not dropping bronze too much right now. Like, she has none. No, she has a dagger. Boo. That started happening to me a little bit last night. I was getting so many weapons for a long time. And I want to say for the last hour or so I was streaming last night, or really it was this morning, I barely got any drops. It's like for a while they just decided they weren't going to carry weapons anymore. It's all random chance, you know, and stuff. Maybe I should start looting daggers and selling them anyway. Just because I have the space in my inventory. There's just necklace. not too shabby. We made back some of the money we spent today. I think I spent a little over 200 plat on tinkering, getting it up 22 levels. That was quite a lot. But I got to the point where one of the ingredients I needed for my tinkering was 13 plat for one. So every time I clicked it and it failed to create the product, I lost out on like 15 plat. So yeah, that money from last night went by real quick. But it's okay, because we made some of it back tonight. Not all of it, but some of it. And I'm probably going to blow all this on tinkering tomorrow. And we'll just keep this cycle up. Except for, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this camp tomorrow. Hopefully Gert will be on. And him and I will be streaming together and playing somewhere. Because that's a lot of fun. And I have feign death now. So when he does something stupid, I can now feign death and let him die. And then laugh in his face. Although that probably won't happen, because he has mez and all that stuff. He can probably get away. I can't tell you how excited I was for feign death. This is my first time having it in spell form, because I've only experienced it as a monk. I had a monk that had it. This takes longer to pull off, but it's unless it fizzles, it actually lands. Whereas with the monk, it was always like, am I really dead? I guess it still might be a problem with casters. I think if they're mid-cast and you feign death and it lands on you, it fails or something. I also like that using it doesn't kill my pet, like hide would, you know? I'm not sure which mob is spawning next. I haven't really been paying attention to the order. When you're here for multiple hours, you can start to lose track of everything. It becomes too habitual, too rote. I don't know. I think maybe after next kill I'll gate back. My inventory's not full yet, but it's 1:30 in the morning and I've been streaming for 3 hours when I actually set out to only stream for 2 tonight. But then so many people started stopping by and I was like, oh, I gotta play more. I don't really need much of an excuse to play more, of course. It's what I wanted to do anyway. Oh dear, she hit me. That's not very nice. Only I can do things like that. Alright, this is how fast I'm moving now. That's with Spirit of Wolf. That's how much stuff I have in my inventory. I guess I'll end it here. And I will, we'll go stream, go after the stream, I'll go sell and stuff and then go to bed. So I want to thank everybody who stopped by tonight and chatted. And saw a lot of new people tonight, which is also always exciting because I get to experience more of the community. Some people who haven't even played P99 who just come from Eridude and stuff. Welcome to you guys. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Triumphant. Thank everybody for the follows. Quite a few of you. It was a very, very good night. Thank you for the raid, Zizania, and the host, Draco. And for the donation. And the cheer. There was a lot of firsts. That was my first donation. And my first cheer, even, tonight. So thank everybody. I mean, that's awesome. I really do really appreciate it. It's something that when I started streaming, I literally thought would never happen. I didn't set out to stream to actually make money. I didn't set out to stream to be successful. I just love to play games, and I love to meet other people and chat with them while I play games. Like we share a common interest. Let's play together in a way, you know, as if you were here on the couch with me, and you know I may be the one holding a controller, but I kind of like experiencing a game with someone else or with lots of people. I think that's awesome, you know. If something funny happens, you both laugh together. If you know, something cool, yeah, vicariously. So yeah, to get any kind of follows, subscriptions, donations, bits, all that is beyond my expectations. It's very much appreciated. It's more than I thought was ever gonna happen, you know. So that's awesome. Thank you. And also not needed, you know, just having people here, even if I'm not playing EverQuest, you know, but having people watch me and be here with me who share the same interest, even just a love for gaming is awesome. I think that's great. And I think I'm staying at this camp just a couple more minutes because things are popping. I can't pass up the chance to fight more sisters. But yeah, my plan right now is I do work tomorrow. My plan right now is to stream tomorrow night. I do have a habit of getting on pretty late at night, for me anyway.
A wise
you guys may be in different
decision.
time zones. Thank you for the follow, Dave Churchill. I appreciate it. So I'll probably be on tomorrow night. It's possible it won't happen, you know. If I'm really tired after work or something, I won't. But I've been streaming more and more lately, so if I'm not on tomorrow night, I will the next day. And if Gert streams, him and I will be probably hanging out together. I think I've out-leveled him a few levels, but I could always maybe hop on a different character or help him catch up, because we're not that far apart in level. But yeah, we'll probably be playing together if he's on, and having fun and joking around on Discord and stuff. And so I look forward to seeing you guys next time. So thanks again, and everyone have a good night. And it's still fucking raining.